It's time for Sunrise with Jesus.
Be sure to follow this podcast on iTunes, Google Play Music, Facebook, and YouTube. Today's Sunrise is sponsored by Bible Talk with Mary. Tuesday, November 14, 2017. And now, be blessed by today's Rise.
Both my parents are pastors, so I grew up in the church pretty much all my life. As you can imagine, them being pastors, one of the mandates of the household was that every person living in the house must attend church. I attended church not only on Sundays, but sometimes I had to be at church every night of the week. I had no problem with this. I actually enjoyed church up till about high school. And at this point, I was curious because I wanted to fit in with the world. So I pretty much started to stray, put it that way. It got worse at about age 17 when I started college, when I began indulging in certain activities, namely smoking, drinking, and of course, womanizing. I decided that I was no longer going to be forced to come to church because I was 17, about to be 18, I was about to be a man. So I basically took myself away from the church. I was having fun, I was partying a lot, I was living out everything that I thought would make me the man, would make me cool. And my grandmother that had been living with me passed away. You know, she was someone who I confided in. I told her everything. I went into depression, and that started a period in my life where everything just started to go wrong. You know, I found fun rather, in partying, drinking, smoking, women, whatever. But for some strange reason, I stopped enjoying those things. People who used to see me as the man or see me as cool or whatever, they started kind of turning on me. And so in essence, I had no one to talk to. I had even contemplated, taking my own life at one point, One of the things about being forced to come to church, that put something in me to know that there is always hope. So even though I was depressed and I was having thoughts of suicide, there was something in me that, would say, Xavier, just hold on, there is hope, hold on, there is hope. What I did after that, I held on to that hope and I started to come to church, started to hear and started to learn about God and what He could do for me. Watch Night Service 2012 going into 2013. I had planned to go to a party with friends. However, I always go to church first to bring in the new year, then go to party after that. But I was coming to church, and on the Watch Night service in particular, the apostle said something. She said, for 2013, sin should not be an issue. And I don't know, but that did something to me, and I was sitting in my seat, and I just pretty much gave up. I told myself, I won't be held in this depression, in this sadness, in this foolishness anymore. Because if there is hope, I'm going to hold on to that hope. And if I didn't want my life, I might as well not take it, but give it to somebody who says that he wants it and says that he loves me and says that he can do something with my life. So I was sitting in my chair right there and I got filled with the Holy Ghost. And ever since, I've experienced a peace and a joy and a happiness that can't be found in anything else in this world. Something happened to me, I changed, and it wasn't a fluke. It was a real change. Peace, joy, I am now experiencing it, and I will continue to experience it because He now lives in me. This is not Xavier's life anymore. This is Christ's life. I am Xavier Leveridge, and I've overcome depression by the blood of the Lamb. Remember to always start your sunrise with Jesus.
If you enjoyed today's sunrise, continue to rise with us by following our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Sunrise with Jesus. And lastly, visit our website, www.sunrisewithjesus.com. Sunrise with Jesus, as faithful as the sun.